Lincoln Heights Council meeting is now in session. Today's date is Monday, December 27th, 2021. The time is now 7:50. Roll call, Ms. Randolph.
Mayor Ruby Kenzie Mumfree,
Present.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Present.
Councilwoman Phyllis Baber. She's absent. Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Present.
Councilman Durance Daniels. He's absent. Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Present.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell.
Present.
Mayor, we have 5 who are present, 2 who are absent. We do have a quorum.
Okay. The prayer will be given by Councilwoman Key.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Most gracious Father, we want to thank you for allowing us to come together just one more time just to do the business of the village. We ask you to be with us, give us unmerited wisdom, favor, and understanding of what to do that's proper in your sight. We ask you to be with our residents on today, those who are in mourning today, and those who are in celebration today. Lord, we ask you to continue to bless us as a village as we continue to do your business with your people. It's these things that we ask in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to make a motion to excuse Councilwoman Phyllis Baber from the meeting today.
Second.
It's been moved in second to excuse Councilwoman Baber.
Baber.
Roll call.
Mayor Ruby Kenzie Mumfree,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Yes.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass.
Okay. All right. Motion order for acceptance of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any nays? Motion order for filing of the journal for the Committee of the Whole meeting minutes from December 13th and regular council meeting minutes from December 13th with any necessary corrections for both.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? All right. Next is going to be announcements. Councilwoman Jeter.
Well, not an announcement, but congratulations to young folks that have come out tonight, and also because you stood for the pledge, and I heard it very clear, and for all that you do. This is our future, so I'm celebrating them
All right.
and their parents.
All right.
One day they may be seated around this table.
Absolutely. Okay. Councilwoman Key.
No, Madam Mayor, no announcements.
Okay. Vice Mayor Stinson, any announcement?
I have no announcements.
Okay. Councilwoman Mitchell.
Yes, Mayor, thank you. I'd like to announce that there's going to be a Kwanzaa program at the Woodlawn Rec on the 29th, which is Wednesday, from 4 to 7 p.m. I encourage as many of you to go to the program as possible. It's being sponsored by Citywide Kwanzaa. So 4 to 7, go and get some additional culture for the week.
Okay.
And with that being said, just to announce that today is the second day of Kwanzaa. Kuji Chagalia is the principal, and especially to these young people who have shown their strength and their determination to bring home a title. Self-determination. Don't let anybody stop you from being who you are and what you can do.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So with that, I don't have any announcements. So next, looks like we have the Lincoln Heights Tigers in the house. And so I would like to ask the coaches to come forward. Okay, so I would love to hear from all three of you. We are so proud of you guys for the due diligence that you have bestowed upon these young men, that you have parented, I would say, along with their parents to get them where they have been. So we could start right here, if you like. Give us your name and tell us about yourself.
Okay. Well, my name is Marco Norman. Nice to meet everybody
What's
here.
his name?
Marco Norman?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Marco Norman. I have been coaching, I would say, this is about my 5th year out here. So right now, we are all proud of every last little one we have, not only here, but throughout the whole organization. You know, they had definitely, you know, we're a little rough, you know, at practice, but they never back down from anything that we asked them to do. You know, at the end of the day, they would run through a big route for us, and we love them for that. You know, so yeah, that's pretty much all I got. You know, but.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Hello.
I'm also proud of the organization as a whole.
She wants to have your name for the
Oh,
record.
I'm sorry. I apologize. My name is Larry Franklin. I've been with the organization going on roughly 12 years now. It's been rough, but it's getting better. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, so I'm very proud of everyone. Like I spoke about at the banquet, I'm so proud of the parents' participation. We had so many parents that was so awesome this year. And then we had some young ladies to join the organization also. I would like to point them out, Sequoia and Jasmine.
Stand up, ladies.
We call her Coach Q. Coach Q took over the cheerleading program. She started from scratch. She's been rocking out from day one. I love all her energy, and they're a big part of this thing. I know as coaches, we out there at the front, but they're in the background taking care of the business, and I really appreciate them. And I really appreciate you guys recognizing the organization for our accomplishments this year.
Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Christopher Kinsey, and I've been with the organization for 3 years. My guy right here, he seen me, and I had my son play for it. He said, come on, man, you might as well do this. So with the help of the president, you know, they let me do pretty much what I wanted. Let me come in and help them, assist them with what we got going on. We got the best kids in the world, best parents in the world.
That's right.
We came from a long way, but we appreciate y'all for recognizing us, because we just a small thing, but we did something very big, colossal. That's major, what we done did. So, that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, so from my understanding, they won the Super Bowl.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Right.
We had all 4 teams play in the Super Bowl. All four units, and we brought home 3 of them. So
All right.
I like it.
What are their ages?
Our 5 and 6s were Super Bowl champs. Our 7 and 8s were Super Bowl champs. Our 9s and 10s was runner-ups, and our 11 and 12s were Super Bowl champs.
All right, all champions.
And then you had a group of young men that went down to Georgia. Is it the
Correct.
Kula?
Yes,
Okay, and that age was the
the 7 and 8s.
Okay, and what did they bring home? The bacon?
They brought home the bacon.
Okay. Okay. Since y'all standing, I'm very seldom get out of my seat, but I have to give what honor is due.
right.
This is for President.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, Fred. All right, Fred. Let us see it, Fred.
And this is for the boys. And then
Young
now that I
men.
know there's a cheerleader coach in the house, I have not forgot you. I will make
Yes.
sure you get yours.
That's right.
We have
Thank
a
you.
prestigious cheerleader around the table with us that keeps us cheering.
Madam Mayor, before they sit down,
Brown and pose.
Mr. Kenzie, who's your mother? That's number one, and I was waiting for someone to say something about cheerleaders. I have a passion for them. 29 years of working with cheerleaders at Withrow High School. And I just love that you have included them and you brought them down tonight. Thank you. For the ladies that are working with them, go girl power.
So I got so excited, I forgot to read the plaque for y'all. So my secretary reminded me, Mayor, can you go read the plaque to him? I said, yes, ma'am. So it says, Sportsmanship Excellence Award presented to the Lincoln Heights Tigers for your stellar performance, awarded on the 27th day of December, 2021, from the Village of Lincoln Heights, Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumphrey, and the Village of Lincoln Heights Council.
Really good.
B-O-O-D-J-O-B.
Thank you, Mayor, for that.
Said, thank you.
Thank you, Grandma.
So sweet.
Way to
He
go.
earned it. Tell me he earned that. That ain't no participation.
So, but we would like y'all to stay, y'all parents. We really love it when we get an audience. It allows us to get out information to you all, so we appreciate it. I know you might have some hungry little boys in the audience, but I don't think we're gonna be here too long tonight.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
can we have the young people stand up with their certificates just so we can get a picture?
Yes, yes. Did y'all stand?
Come up here.
Ladies, too.
Come up to
on,
the
if your
front.
cheerleading ladies are here. Get them too.
Come up.
Yes, thank you,
Y'all wanna
Vice
come
Mayor.
up here and stand so everybody can take a look, see you all? Move
And
the
hold your
microphone out of
certificate.
it. We got a lady in the house. I did not know.
Yes, yes.
Representing woman power, girl
there a
power.
tiger in the
Girl
house?
power.
Yeah, yeah.
Woman power.
Yeah, they see, they can see it.
They so excited.
You can't see. Get in the front, Carter.
That's the teacher in her.
Hold your certificate up.
No, you won't get in trouble. You can stand over here. You can stand wherever you want to.
Yeah, but don't hide nobody's face now.
Okay. All right.
Don't hide your face.
So what's that? I know when I used to go watch y'all play, because I was at the Super Bowl. I did get to watch that, and I came to a couple other games. What's that chant that y'all be doing when y'all all in a huddle?
Is there a tiger in the house?
What is it? What is it?
Give us a cheer.
Get them papers in.
Two pads. Knock a boy head off. Two hands. Two pads. This is my field. This is my field. Two hands. Two pads. Knock a boy head off.
All right.
I like that.
I would like to see the mamas stand up.
G-O-B.
Mamas in the house.
G-O-B.
We want to
Some of
thank
my
you
friends know
all.
that cheer.
We want the moms to stand up because without you, they would not be here.
That's true.
And
true.
dads, if some dads in, I saw some dads in the house.
Way to go, Mama. thank you, Dad.
And daddy, you got the daddy right there.
All right.
Awesome job.
Okay,
Thank you,
awesome
friends.
job, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all holiday, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you.
Oh,
I love it.
All right.
oh. Go ahead home and have some fun.
In a good mood
They holiday break. Let them go home and have
Great day, Mayor. It's a great day.
a great day in the
Yes, it
village.
is.
Yes, I
Yes,
love
yes.
it.
I love this.
I love the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Kids
Put me in a
really
good
like
mood.
Well, yeah, but just the babies doing some great things, you know.
thought I thought that was Ariana.
Mm-hmm.
Ariana. That's what I thought that was
Have to
at first.
find out.
Maurice, or Marco was my cousin,
Oh, okay, yeah,
the coach. Yep.
All right.
Sure is.
So now we back to the grown-up stuff. Okay, let's see, what's next? So, I don't think we have any hearing from the residents.
No, Mayor.
They've already said it.
They put me in a good mood today. Okay, all right. Next is our regular agenda. Communication councils, to council from the clerk of council, Lisa Randolph.
None at this time, except I do want to say thank you to everyone who had given me plastic caps and lids and everything for Lincoln Heights Elementary School. I had some of the members of council brought me some, and they were talking to me about extending it. They didn't give me a deadline, but they were going to extend it past December. So I'm still going to be collecting plastic tops and caps, plastic things. So I just want to say thank you to council and members from, even the sheriff's department participated. So I just want to say publicly, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you. Okay, communications from the mayor. I don't have anything except to wish our residents a Merry Christmas, belated. Hopefully they had a wonderful Christmas, but to also wish them a Happy New Year. Looking forward to next year with all our council members, and to invite our residents to this Saturday for our inauguration, which our council members all will be getting sworn in except for two of us. So that time is at 10:30 in the morning, and we're looking forward for those that are coming, and we will practice social distancing, and we'll be wearing masks. So it'll be light refreshments as well. So I'm looking forward to that, to welcome our fellow council members back in the seats that the residents have bestowed upon them. All right, that's the only thing I have. Communications from the village manager.
Mayor, can I ask a question about your communication first?
Yes, ma'am.
Has that 10:30 a.m. date time been confirmed?
I don't need to move it back.
Okay, I just didn't know that it was confirmed. All right.
Has she posted? I mean, if we need to move it back some, we can.
Okay.
Because I did want to run to another one.
It don't matter to me. You know, I'm 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
We're not going back that
Well,
far.
what we'll do is we'll make a robocall to the final time in case we do make a change, okay? All right. All right. Next is communication from village manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'll just highlight, and if there are any particular things that council would like for me to elaborate on, I will. I announced that the First Financial Bank will be sponsoring the Wi-Fi, as well as a to-be-developed code enforcement initiative. It's a total of $175,000 over a 3-year period, and we'll be doing, hopefully for the next council meeting, we'll be doing a resolution to receive those funds and how they come out. We'll be presenting to major corporations, GE Aviation, P&G, Duke Energy, First Financial, and United Way about sponsorship of our Wi-Fi initiative in the village. We've completed the bid package review for Memorial Field with the Kleinger's Group. Under safety, I did mention previously that we had covered the whole village with door hangers. We still need to do part of the lower subdivision of the village. We're drafting citation notices to be distributed for code violations. We continue to fill out the punch list for CT consultants and the contractors for Steffens and Matthews for the road work. The Director of Public Works did say that they completed the installation of the cameras for areas where we're experiencing a great deal of dumping. One council member asked me about signage on Shumard and Leggett. The Public Works Department did pursue that. A couple of signs that they did put up, and then they do have to order some signs, more signs for Leggett, Shumard. In fact, I'll tell you real quick.
Chamberlain and Wayne.
I want to make sure that it is correct. Chamberlain and Leggett, the sign is up. Chamberlain and Leggett, no Shumard signs ordered for that street. Used the last Leggett and ordered more, and out of the McGee signs and ordered 4. In terms of operations, we have finalized all the paperwork necessary for moving our financial account to First Financial. We'll begin to schedule the layout or schedule for the transition to the uniform accounting network. As part of the Safe Routes to Safe Schools, Duke Energy will be installing street lights along Lindy, so that will be happening. We're still furthering, taking care of the catch basin on Magnolia. Is just finalizing the work with the contractor to get finalizing the contract with the contractor to get the work done. We continue to handle the major potholes. The Public Works Department is doing a lot more organizing of their area and improving the overall appearance of the Public Works Department and the village. And the mayor and I will be working on revamping the website together, so that we will probably be sharing additional information in the future on that. And then my final note is that I'd like to thank Lincoln Heights Missionary Baptist Church for a donation of $1,500 to the village. And thank you very much for that.
Are there any questions for Ms. Paldrew regarding her report?
Yeah, I have a question about filling the potholes. I turned on Leggett off of Prairie, and it was a bunch of hitting the bumps. They are up. Is there any way that we can make adjustments and when we do potholes to make sure that they are not up like a bump? It's like going through a speed bump. Yeah.
Madam Mayor, may I?
Yes, ma'am.
I know it's cold.
There's a reason why they kind of do a hump, because they're gonna settle over time. So you'll see a lot of the humps. There will be a hump, but over time it settles. That's why it's that way.
Yes, Vice Mayor.
I have a question. What is the ARP fund? And so you're saying 22,000 was paid out to how many employees for a bonus? I think that's good. I just want to.
The ARP funds are the funds that we received from the second stimulus under President Biden. And you have the ability to use some of those funds for essential workers, and that's what we use the funds for.
Yeah, that's
The
good.
American Rescue Plan, ARP.
There you go.
All right. There's nothing further. Is there a motion to accept the village manager's monthly report?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Okay. Thank you, Ms. Faldro. Okay. Next will be, oh, you know what? Ms. Mitchell, can we put it in miscellaneous business? Because we didn't amend it.
That's fine.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I just looked at it and was like, oh, okay. So old business. Motion order for the second reading of resolution number 2021 R31, annual 2022 permanent appropriation resolution.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
point of procedure to Mr. Desai. Do we have to read by title only because we've already read it by title only at the first reading? Can we just go to suspend the rules?
Yes, so Ms. Key is correct. When we go to a second reading, by default, it's title only. So technically, we do not need a motion to read it by title.
Madam Mayor, just one more question.
Oh,
Just
okay.
point of clarity. So we can make a motion to suspend the rules at this point.
Well, we should have the second reading, so the clerk should read it by title for the second time, and then you can do the motion for suspension.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I need a first and second. I need a first and second. I don't.
You don't have to.
Just read it.
Go ahead and read it.
Village of Lincoln Heights, Hamilton County, Ohio, resolution number 2021-R-31, annual 2022 permanent appropriation resolution.
Motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Roll call.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Yes.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumphrey.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass.
Motion to receive for passage.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Roll call.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Yes.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumphrey.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass.
Motion to accept the emergency clause.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Roll call.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Yes.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumphrey.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass.
Motion in order for second reading of resolution for number 2021 R33, resolution authorizing the village manager to execute an agreement with Donald R. Mercer to provide professional services as a zoning specialist.
And we could take the same approach with this, so if the clerk just wants to read it by title, that will be our second reading.
Okay.
I did want to mention something, though. Mr. Desai, they had Exhibit A, but the contract was not attached. So council discussed about doing just a second reading until they got the contract.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. Technically, this is a bit of a, perfunctory thing we do every year because the original says that it renews automatically unless it's terminated. But just as a matter of proper form, we like to go through what we have every year. But second reading is fine. We won't be without services, as we enter the new year if they become necessary.
Vice Mayor?
My question was, because on the resolution, it says $1 amount per hour, but I think that it went up. Because on the resolution, it says $50 per hour, but I thought you said it was $55 an hour.
Madam Mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
Vice Mayor, that was an old resolution I was reading in 2022, so it could have been 50 or 55, but I thought I saw 55. But that could have been wrong.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
to Mr. Desai, can this be done in the business meeting on Saturday?
Yeah, we can do it at any time. So,
Okay.
If council wants to table it tonight, we can table it.
So,
Okay. Or do they want to do a second reading? It's up to you, council.
Motion to table.
Second.
It's been moved in second to table it. Roll call. Ms. Randolph?
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Yes.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumphrey.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass.
Madam Mayor,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Mr. Desai, would the same person have to take it off the table to put it on there? That motion?
I don't know offhand. I'll take a look at the rules before we meet on Saturday. I don't think so, but I'll take a look at the rules.
Okay.
Okay. In the meantime, if we could get that contract, that would be good to attach it for Saturday. Okay.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
from the previous contract, and I know we were in a little bit of discussion about this earlier, the previous contract didn't seem to have a lot of clarity to it as to what the position would do, how it would function. So if we're going to get another contract, I don't want to see another contract that kind of looks like that one, just a little bit more spelled out. So I don't know if the village manager is going to take that lead or if Mr. Desai is going to take that lead. But if we can get something just spelled out, a little bit more detail what the scope of work is going to be, how it's going to be performed, so we know what the expectations are and we're not delivering information to residents or other businesses who might want to come and do business here and we have a mucky system. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
You're welcome. Okay, if there's nothing further, we'll table that. That leaves new business. Motion in order for the first reading of resolution number 2021 R36. Resolution reaffirming the material terms of the One Ohio subdivision settlement as it pertains to Janssen, Johnson & Johnson pursuant to the One Ohio Memorandum of Understanding and consistent with the terms of the July 21st, 2021 National Opiate Settlement Agreement and dispensing with the second reading and declaring an emergency. Mr. Desai, before they go with the motion, there was a question asked if there was a deadline.
Yeah, the deadline, I believe, is January 2nd.
Okay.
It may be January 7th, but it's in early January.
Okay.
And actually, given that the 2nd is a Sunday, it probably is January 7th.
Okay.
I hope that the settlement, if we receive it, is bigger than the one I got that was dumped into my bank account. It was $9 and some cent.
Okay.
It ain't worth the cost of the paper.
All right.
I didn't sign off. It's one of those that if you didn't sign off, you would be a part of it anyway.
Okay, is there a motion?
Motion to hear by title only.
Second.
It's been moved and second to read by title only of resolution 2021 R36.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Yes.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson, Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumphrey.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass. Village of Lincoln Heights, Hamilton County, Ohio, Resolution Number 2021-R-36. Resolution reaffirming the material terms of the One Ohio subdivision settlement as it pertains to Johnson & Johnson pursuant to the One Ohio Memorandum of Understanding and consistent with the terms of the July 21st, 2021 National Opioid Settlement Agreement.
Question?
Madam Mayor, question?
Yes, ma'am, thank you. So, Mr. Desai, in the last whereas on the first page, so it says any potential settlement funds. Does that mean that we may or may not get any? And then the second part of that is if we do get it, or any, for that matter, anybody, what do they mean by meaningful use of funds abating the opioid epidemic? If we didn't have an opioid epidemic in Lincoln Heights, what would be those meaningful use of funds?
Okay, yeah, so as to the first question, this operates a lot like the one we did last, which was for some of the distributors. A certain percentage of the local governments need to sign on before the proposal would be accepted. And the logic behind that is, at least from the people that are the defendants, is they want to settle. They don't want to settle half the cases and still have another half of the cases going on. So with the last one, the participation rate was asked to be at 95%. My understanding is they got that and that the settlement agreement has been signed. As a matter of fact, I might just have some information on that that will shed a little bit of light onto this. If you give me just one moment, please. Yeah, so the last one was the one with Cardinal Health, McKesson, and Amerisource Bergen, if I'm pronouncing that right. So Cardinal Health, McKesson, and Amerisource Bergen. So the settlement was reached. That one's going to bring $808 million into Ohio over 18 years. It is pursuant to the One Ohio plan, just like the one before council. And under that plan, local governments get 85% of the funds, 30% of which is through direct payments. The remaining 15% is allocated to a foundation managed by local government leaders. The foundation then distributes those funds across 19 regions in Ohio. The funds can only be used for abatement efforts like law enforcement, drug treatments, and counseling services. So I think to answer your particular question, what if a community was not hit particularly hard by the opioid crisis, it's not limited to opioids. So it's law enforcement, it's drug treatments, whether that would be, heroin, opioids, alcohol, whatever. And then counseling services that would be associated with that.
Thank you.
And I suspect that once the settlements are actually reached and the money is then going to be dispersed, we'll get further and further
More specific.
detail about how they're going to do all that. But every jurisdiction my law firm represents, so Montgomery, Sycamore Township, and Gulf Manor have already signed off on this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, Ms. Key?
Thank you, Mayor. My question was answered.
Oh, okay. All right, any other questions? All right. Okay, if there's nothing further, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We read by title only.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, we
I-
did. You made me forget.
Motion to suspend the rules.
There you go.
Second.
Okay. Motion has been moved in second. Roll call.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Yes.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumphrey.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass.
Motion to receive for passage.
Second.
It's been moved in second for passage. Roll call.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Yes.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumfree.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass.
Motion for the emergency clause.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Roll call.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Yes.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumfree.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass.
Okay. All righty. So, miscellaneous business, we did not have finance included, and I had forgot to amend it, so I did inform Ms. Mitchell that miscellaneous business, she could do her report for finance.
Thank you, Mayor. This is for the November 15th meeting. The committee discussed the following. The minutes for October 18th meeting were approved. The year-end report will be prepared by Manager Powell within the required 45 days. No transfer of funds to First Financial is necessary as of now. $80,000 that was in question for lobbying or consultants. It's not just for Mr. Shields. The consultant amount may be reduced to $54,000. Contract negotiations with the sheriff may have some cost savings for the village as a result of the implementation of the COPS grant. Street improvements with OPWC will result in 30% and 20% matches from the village. Additional discussion regarding cost and responsibility of consultants and advisors. The financial report, the cash bank beginning balance was $2,279,897. The month-to-date revenue for October was $301,321. Our month-to-date expenses for October were $400,715. The October ending bank balance, $2,129,575. Our February reconciled bank balance was $1,946,936. Our tax revenue for February was $26,741. Our Lincoln Heights Day report, the beginning fund balance was $31,224. Additional amount raised was $25,284. Our total expenses was $34,002, and our ending balance for Lincoln Heights Day was $22,525. The new business discussed included how to gain more points for OPWC, create a financial reserve, seek housing improvement funds, and the levies clarification. Action items: pass appropriation by December 13th, 2021. The solicitor's extraordinary fees billing to be sent to council. Our recommendations is that the committee recommends that council accept the June, July, and October 2021 financial statements.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Madam Chair of Finance, on your first part of your report, you have February reconciled.
Oh,
bank
yeah, I'm
balance,
sorry, that should say October for
and the
both
same
parts.
for the tax revenue? Okay.
Yes,
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, any other questions for the finance chair? Okay, if there's no questions, motion to accept the report.
Motion to accept the report and accept the recommendations.
Second.
Been moved in second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, all righty. Okay, all right, so,
Madam Mayor,
yes, ma'am,
under miscellaneous, I do have a question or
ma'am.
a concern for council members that do not call in. There is something that needs to be sent out to all of us to remind us that if you're going to be absent, then you need to inform the clerk of council. I think it's unfair when you don't do that.
Yeah.
And there is something written
In the charter. Fair.
that needs to
Just don't get
be sent to everybody.
Absolutely. And that is one reason for when we do not excuse them. If we have not heard from them, then we are unable to excuse because we do not know. So you made a valid point, and we will be addressing that.
Yeah, and I say
Regarding
that
the
because
charter.
it seems that folks are absent from time to time and they just don't let you know what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we need to pass legislation, so we need to be responsible to the public. After all, they are giving us a small stipend every month.
Mhm.
And in order to receive that stipend, we must do the work of the people.
Thank you, Ms. Jeter, for that, and I'm sure we will be able to, next council meeting, that needs to be a part of legislation regarding that. As you always say, 2022 is the year that
Finish reading the news.
During the
change.
day.
All right, so thank you. Okay, so Mr. Desai has informed me that we're going to be doing an organizational meeting, and we will not need to go into executive session for that because it is open to the public. So the floor is open regarding the organizational meeting, which the organizational meeting, Mr. Desai can elaborate on that.
We can talk about it right
Okay.
now.
All right.
Could I just start real
Yes,
quick? Mayor?
that's why I was giving it to you.
So just to kind of reorient ourselves, because we only do this once every 2 years, as the public may know, that our elections are in the odd number years, and so they're every other year. So we had an election in '21, and then we'll have an election in '23, and we had an election in '17. Generally speaking, it's half of council every election. Technically, it's 4 or 3, but just for purposes of discussion, every 2 years you have half of council is up for reelection. And following that election, so we had the November 021 election, it says that on the first day of January, so 022, after the municipal election, council shall meet for the purpose of organizing. At this meeting, the elected members shall subscribe to the oath of office as set forth in Article 9 of this charter. So we will have all of the new council members, although I think everybody is an incumbent, but the new council members will take their oath. And then we are to take our seats and proceed by majority vote to elect one of the members of council as the mayor and another member to serve as vice mayor. Each shall serve a term of 2 years. This council shall appoint a clerk who shall perform duties as prescribed in this charter or by general law or in ordinance. The clerk shall serve at the pleasure of council and as secretary to the mayor. So you'll see an agenda coming out. I'll work with Ms. Randolph on that agenda, but many of you have been through this before. One of the most important pieces of this is to actually elect the mayor and vice mayor. So I want to first, before I get into this, remind everybody about the Open Meetings Act, which is that we can't have 4 or more council members at a prearranged meeting to discuss public business, okay? However, what I would suggest is that if you are interested in being mayor or vice mayor, you make that known. And then if individual members of council want to have a discussion with the people that are interested in serving in either of those capacities, they can then talk to them about what their objectives and goals are for the upcoming 2 years. So what I typically do is I bring legislation to the council meeting that is got a blank. So it just, we don't know who the mayor is going to be. We don't know who the vice mayor is going to be. And then once we have that information, we just fill it in. Typically what we'll do is we will, once we take our seat after the oath, I'll ask for a motion to appoint the mayor. We typically do the mayor first. And so anybody can make a motion. You can make a motion even for yourself. So if I were a council member, I could say, I motion that Deepak Desai be mayor of council. Then, like all of our other motions, we need a second. And if there is a second, then we'll call roll. And if we get 4 for that person, then that's the end of that. If we don't get 4, we'll ask for another motion for someone who would be mayor. And we continue that process until we get a vote of 4 people. You can vote for yourself, so you don't have to recuse yourself. You can vote for yourself. And then once we get done with the mayor, we'll do the same thing for the vice mayor. I'll ask for a motion for a nominee for the position of vice mayor. Get a motion, get a second, roll call vote. Again, if we get 4, we now have our vice mayor. If we don't get 4, then we'll ask for another motion for another person. Once we have that, the mayor will take over the council meeting. And we've done it differently in different years. Sometimes the council waits until the mayor and vice mayor are seated to then go ahead and appoint the clerk of council. Sometimes we just do that at the very beginning. I'll be perfectly honest with you, it's going to depend on which agenda I pull up from the past, because we're probably just going to follow that same format. Because obviously you're all council members, and so the council members, even if we were to do that first, can elect the clerk. The reason I like doing the clerk first is because I like to have her able to then begin keeping track of the motion and the seconds and all that stuff that a clerk is going to do. So that's why I typically like to start with, okay, and honestly, it's always just one person, so it's going to say Lisa Randolph. And so, I usually like to start with that so that we have the proper record keeping. And then, after we're done with that, we do sometimes take up business. And I am a bit of an old fart, so I do like pomp and circumstance a little bit. I mean, I like to see this more as an inauguration than I really do, a business meeting. But we can take up legislation. So if there has been times that we have done that. What I've tried to move to recently is trying to take the items that back in maybe 08. I'm sorry, not 08. Yes, it would have been 08 or 010. That we would have done at the organizational meeting, such as appointing the magistrate for the mayor's court. I've tried to move all that to the end of December, just so that I really feel like the focus should be on council that particular day, right? Because we're going to invite people in from the public. Typically, there's a setup of some food and beverages, and we'll have judges here. We may have representatives here, and so it's a day to dress up and treat it as a formal inauguration, you know what I mean, and treat it that way. But again, if there's any business that we need to address that day, we can. Any questions about that?
Are we all going to stand before you at one time and repeat?
I mean,
You've done it a couple of ways.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Since you're all have done this before, I'd probably let's just do it in one fell swoop. I mean, if it was a brand new council member, they usually want to get pictures with their family. And so I would say, I mean, if anybody wants to do it separately, we can do that. Otherwise, I was just planning on keeping things moving and, because usually everybody's going to want to address, make an announcement, so I'd like to reserve as much time for that. Do we have a plan as far as, have we invited people to come? And I think I heard 10:30 is when we're going to start it.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to look at it because I know some council members may want to go to someone else's swearing in. And so we're going to look at the time. I think Prosecutor Ty is going to be swearing in. Well,
Yes, we did. She did
yeah,
confirm.
we asked her. She confirmed, but you're still here. But we did ask her to, if she would like to, because she's part of our mayor's court. So she said she would be honored to come and swear them in.
Okay. So 10:30 right now sounds like the tentative time, but that sounds like it might be subject to change.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
for what it's worth, when we first started out, it was always at noon, because it was, you know, it's New Year's Day, and that was kind of like the
We
time,
can
but
change it.
whatever.
You got to let, fault with her.
Well, we need, I need to know.
I
a
know
de-
the last one
I
was
need
at-
to know a
the last
definite
one was
time.
The last one was at 10:30, because we looked, we pulled it. But if,
Well, we were here.
Yeah, but if, it's the pleasure of council, what they would like, what time.
And then what about refreshments and
Yeah.
light food or
Yeah,
whatever?
she's
That's all under
Yeah,
control?
Miss Randolph, her and Miss Pope discussed that today.
Okay.
Question about that.
Mm-hmm.
So are those refreshments coming out of the budget? Because at one time, we were told that funds could not be used for inauguration purposes.
Right.
So are those funds coming out of our budget or just someone donating? Or are we supposed to help do that, which we've done in the past as well? Council members have put in.
I don't remember how they did the last.
I'm sorry?
I don't remember how they did the last one. I don't know if they took it out of general fund or not. I don't remember.
Yeah, I know that Fanon believed that it was something that should not be funded out of the budget. I
Correct.
presume that was passed down by Judge McLean to him. I honestly don't know that there's a hard and fast rule, but I mean, I wouldn't, if that was the recommendation, I'd say let's just stick with it. And so typically, as I recall, what would happen is that the council members would all contribute, whatever it was, $25 towards it, and then,
Okay.
I mean, it's not like we're serving, a meal, it's just, refreshments.
Cupcakes or cake
cupcakes,
and
cookies,
punch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Okay.
And
I'd
fruit
rather
dish
err
if
on
you
the
want
side
one.
of caution than to be doing anything that could be perceived as unethical.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I presume they got that rule from somewhere. So.
Okay, so where are we in terms of, so Ms. Randolph will let us know what
Yes, Miss Randolph.
how we need to
can-
contribute?
She'll
Okay.
be able to contact you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't know how many people to prepare for. I haven't invited anyone. Well, no, I did. I'm sorry.
So
One or two
yeah,
people.
so if y'all want to let her know, because I
Yeah,
think
and-
she had.
And COVID is going on, so.
Yeah, so
this stuff
we
is
wasn't
spreading.
planning for a big, large gathering, like 25 people, 30.
Get and go.
Sounds good.
Should be a
25
get and,
sounds
should be a
good.
pickup
It's
and,
small.
Probably
pick
less.
up, pick up and go.
Some
Yeah.
of us have large families.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Exactly.
But you know what? It could be big because Councilwoman Key, she was appointed last time, and this time she actually was elected.
The one thing I would ask, whatever time we're going to start, 10:30,
Thank you.
8:30, 11:30, whatever it is, if everyone could try to be here 10 to 15 minutes early, because typically what we'll do is we'll gather in the room we use for executive session, and then, I'll come out and, say, would everyone please be seated? And then I'll say, let me introduce to you your counsel for the Village of Lincoln Heights, and then everyone will come in and take their seat. So if you could just, 10, 15 minutes ahead of time.
Do we need to bring our certificates before the ceremony or bring it on Saturday? Do you want them before?
I think you can bring them that day. I mean, usually what I'd like to see done is that we do the oath, and then you give your certificate to Miss Randolph, and, you can give it to her ahead of time if you want,
Oh, okay.
but just make sure you have it here if you don't.
What happens if somebody is not sworn in on that day?
Well, technically, until you're sworn in, you can't serve.
Oh.
I always wondered about that, too.
Yeah,
Has that ever happened?
not that I can ever remember.
Wow.
It's a new year.
They can't make it up, say if they were sick or something.
Well, I mean, if it happens, it
you just
happens.
can't- Yeah.
Come to the next.
They
You know,
take that
you
seat that
swear them in
particular-
at the next opportunity.
Okay, that's right.
You know, we're bound by our charter, but a lot of municipalities do this in December, so that you hit the ground,
Springdale.
yeah,
Yeah.
ground running. But,
January.
you know, the forefathers thought that, you know, this would be a nice thing to do, and it has typically been a, you know, pre-COVID, been a well-attended, nice affair.
January the 1st is a day after you may have partied the night before. Not at this age, you know, but before. And coming in on the 1st is difficult for some folks, not me.
Well,
I'm cooking.
if there's nothing else. Okay, so I guess if there's nothing else, it's a motion for adjournment.
So move.
It's been moved in
Second.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
Have a good night.
Happy
Happy New Year.